Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're working on these. It's like a simple policy closure that you can journal inside of and some parts on the outside, and you'd never be able to see it. Tina at Chevy Debbie Doodah did these, I don't know, a couple years back. I used a little tea string, a little tea bag string to close this. I have some little shiny jewels in my brads that I use to put the policy holder down with. You open it and then you just keep unfolding it. Like you can unfold it that way or you can completely unfold it this way. I put that little piece of washi on there just to give it a little bit of strength. But you could write all inside of this, even on the flap. And then you can actually even write in here because this part goes inside and you're not able to see it. And then you just put your little flap back over it and put your policy string, closure string, right back on there. And there you go. So that's what we're making today. But I thought I'd give you sort of a sneaky peek. It's out of my ideas journal. So let me grab that. Okay, this is what I use for my ideas journal. It's just like a big, one of those big scrapbooks that's got those funny colored papers inside of it. But I have a certain one that I'm wanting to show you. Here it is. It is this one. I can't remember what I called it. The sailor hat's here. I originally saw the sailor hat in March. I didn't say when. I didn't say when. Well, anyway. But this, I need to pull it up so you can see it. But it's this one. I put it on a piece of this because I actually thought I was going to use this whole page. And I decided to keep this in my ideas journal. But it has a Velcro closure that pulls down. And I called it a tag concertina with a flip down pocket. I may have changed that name though because I was changing them now and then. I saw stacked tags in a pocket in a flip through by Gail Gustinelli about July 2022. And I got this idea for mine. P.S. When measuring the pocket, make sure to do at 5 inches as this one is too large for my journal. That's why I didn't use it. This is actually probably 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. And that's what you have on one side of your page when you fold an 8.5 by 11 in half. So that's what happened. I couldn't use it. All right, so we have that flip down part, which you can write and journal on the inside of there. Then you have this part here that pulled out. It pulled out that way, or you can pull it out this way and write all over it. And then wrap it back up. And if you're under that line right there, or under this line, nobody can see it. I love secret journaling. That's my thing. So there's your sneaky peek of the day. And we have, that fell off of it. We have this one, Modern Millinery. That is from Walmart, Colorbach. I chose this one. It's actually the same paper because it's two-sided. See, it's got a dot on that side and some kind of lace design on this side. And this is how I usually will keep my little scraps when they're too small to just kind of tuck in here. So the way I made this before, that's not got much on it. We won't use that one. What about this pink one? Oh, that's pretty. We'll use that one. So what the deal is I'm making it a one-page wonder. I don't exactly know if they did, if Tina did. I know she was just cutting hers out of like I think a 8.5 by 11 paper. But I wanted to use this kind of paper. So actually when you open this, I don't even have any dimensions on it. It is actually, what is that? It is 10 inches. That's all I made this one. But the way I have decided to use it, we're going to use the whole page. I don't like to waste, you know me. So what I believe I'm trying to do is I'm going to use it this way. Let's see how tall that is. That is almost at the 7. It's like a little over 7.5 tall. And I think then I went this way with it and came around that way. So wherever the low part is here, that's where the flap is on the other side. All right, let me get to drawing this out a little bit, and we'll figure out what we're going to do. We know we want it at 6.5, or 6, sorry. We know the 6 is going to be our middle part. So let me kind of put this down here. And we're going to find the 6, and we're going to kind of sketch that across here. Now the piece, there's going to be a piece in the very center, very small piece. So I'm going to go across like that. Oh, didn't go all the way though. Right like that. That's going to give me an idea for this part. Then the height of what I want it to be. Now this little flap at the top doesn't have to be this big. It only needs to be big enough for your little policy closure. Depending on what size you're going to go with, that's all you need. So we're going to do, and this one's really big. This one's actually 2 inches. So we're going to go with maybe 1 inch. I think that's all we need. So let's go over here to this side, and we're going to make a line right there. And that is going to be the top of our tag. Now this actually, wait a minute, this is the 6-inch mark. I need to be, one side's going to be a little lower. How about that? Because this is the 6-inch mark. We're going to go ahead and go all the way across here. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to wing it and see if I can do it. So we're going to go all the way across here and put that in for this tag flap. And yeah, now I'm going to get the cutter over here, and I have a little dotted line here. Some of these pads have a dotted line, and I'm going to go ahead and just trim that out, get that off of there so I don't have to deal with it. It's kind of pretty. You might be able to use it for something. So what I want to do here is we're going to kind of actually go ahead and score it, because this is 12 inches wide. Each one of our little panels, the 4 panels, will be 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just score it. I think that will be the easier route, starting at this point. So we're just going to do that. Come down through here. I have to flip mine and go back over here. And make sure you line up with the 6, just so they're all even. If you have one of these where you have to flip around to do this or that. Okay, so at that point, we know where our flap needs to be. So we have to go in and cut right here, because this is this side's flap. You know, your flap can be on either side. It doesn't have to be the way I made it. It could be opposite to that. And goodness gracious, well, I think I need to go up here to this one. I made the mark over here. That's why I was saying goodness gracious. Now I'm going to go back to that middle part. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to go into the 2 middle ones here and just cut that right there. Start at that crease or score line and go over to that one and stop right there. Then all you got to do is get in here with a little pair of scissors and cut these 2 apart. And then we'll work with them after we've got them separated. And there you go. Well, I kind of made it a little different than what I think I had originally planned. Oh, yeah. See, this is where I was going to have that middle piece, and I didn't think about it. So you just go back in here and you trim down that. I should have paid attention, but I didn't. All right, so we are going to have a pretty tall flap up there. That's all right. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. That sort of sounds like a cheer my sister used to do. Now, she was like the head cheerleader, you know, dated the quarterback. I think she was in JV cheerleading, and then she went to varsity, and oh my goodness. She did all kinds of stuff. Me, I was the art kid. I was I was doing the art. So what we ended up with here was we have our 12 by 12 that's going to sit here. I'm going to kind of put it to the side so I can use the dimensions to tell you. So you have your 12 by 12. You are going to score it, which is the easiest part, is 3 inches apart all the way down on each side, or just, you know, one side. Then you have a 2-inch block in the very center that comes out, making a 2-inch a 2-inch flap for either one. So that's about the easiest way to tell you. You might have to do like me and cut it back off again. Now, the other thing that she did, which was easy, was how she cut. See, it's not very even on this flap, but you don't have to worry about that because she got in here and cut it. She kind of laid it together. She didn't put it together so it'd crease, but she just kind of got in here and did a round and then kind of slanted down toward that one crease to form her flap. And as you can see, that's how it turns out. And I got a little bit more pencil line there somewhere. There we go. And we're going to do that with the other one. We're going to kind of gently pull it together without creasing it. Get in here and just kind of do a little bit of a round. And before you get to the end, you start going down at a little bit of an angle. All right. There you go. Now all we have to do is our policy closures. Get the junk out of the way. And as you can see, mine is on this side, which it doesn't matter. it really doesn't. These are going to go in a pocket. You can still write inside of them. You can go ahead and start folding them up. You want to make sure that you don't have to worry about the inside fold. Well, it's kind of a Z fold, so I don't think you have any problem whatsoever with them catching on each other. That would only happen if you folded it inside of itself. Yeah. If you catch my meaning, like if I was going to fold it inward this way and then inward that way and that kind of thing, you could fold it that way as well. That is another option for you. You just have to make sure you don't, your scores cooperate. Yeah. I remember some of the cheers that she used to have, and REDHOT, red hot, red hot. Yeah. I remember that one really good. That was a very popular one. We will rock you. I know they did the we will rock you a lot too. I guess Queen had just came out with that probably when I was in school. She was 2 years ahead of me, so I was, what do you call it, a sophomore when she was a senior. And so we were in high school together. Alright, and then I'm going to put this little guy right here and fold him down. Let me get out to just a little further. I don't want that bright red to really show that hard. Okay, now the piece that got cut off or taken off, that's the part that you use for your policy closure. All right, I'm folding these guys down so I can see. See, they didn't become very tall, but that's okay. If you want a taller one, you're going to not have like a one-page wonder situation. You'll just have a strip or something you cut off the other end. Now, what did I do with that? Oh, they're over here. Okay. See, we got that real bright part. We're probably going to do that. Make that the part that sticks out. if you already have like a little jar of circles like me, let me reach over here. I'm forever cutting little circles out. See, different sizes, whatever I've got. Sometimes I have leftover things, and I have all kinds of stuff in there. But I'm going to go ahead and just use the colors that I've got available here and have a true one-page wonder. Now I'm putting both of these together. That is because I want it to be strong, because you're going to put a little string around it and you're going to be choking it, you know. But there we go. Put that on there like that. Put it together. Rub your bone folder on it. There we go. And sometimes you have a little bit of that comes out, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I kind of feel like that's not going to be enough strength behind it, so I'm going to go ahead and put another strip. This is just a scrap strip from, I am not sure if it was from my school journal or which one it was from. So I'm going to just kind of fold this in half, and we're going to use this as another layer that's going to be down below. Of course, you're not going to see it. Don't need to. The only part you needed to see was this one up here. All right, big enough. Put it on the back. You want them nice and strong. And then the other thing is you need one more piece, which if you've got a piece of cardstock, that's perfect. That would probably be exactly what you're going to need. So that piece will be our base. And you'll see where I'm going with it, because I don't usually go through my pieces. I usually will lay the brad or the policy closure right on top. Okay, I didn't see a piece of cardstock, so I just took another piece of sort of heavyweight scrapbook paper, and I did the same thing, glued it onto itself. So now what we're going to do, we need 4 of these, and this is, oh, almost too hard to get out of there. This is a 1-inch punch, and we're going to do, like I said, 4 of them, because we need 2 for each one. I don't think this will be seen that much, so, you know, I don't think the yellow will hurt. And I had a little bit of napkin over there that I had used for something else. I think I'd done a bee journal recently. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to take a few of those little bees off and kind of put them on here, like they're floating around trying to get some honey or pollen. All right, oop, I need 4 more. Keep going, keep going. Let's see if I can get this out. I didn't think about this being so thick. So let's pray I don't break this. Oh no. Oh no, it's not going to work. It's too thick. I don't know if I can cut it. That's a bunch of cutting. Okay, I'm just putting the pedal to the metal with this thing and squeezing it hard. I had to go over that crease there. That's why I went so far. Yeah, there. And one more. So this is a true one-page wonder. I have used it all. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now we want to maybe, I don't know. I know I need to ink the edges. One of these I got a really rough cut on, so I'm going to use a little bit of my sanding disc here to work it out. I think I did. And I want to put some of this scorched timber, yeah, around the outside edge. Just a little bit, just on these. I'm not really going to ink the other part here at all. Sorry, Phyllis. No inking. Just want this to be a quick little project which I've already made it go into 20 minutes and it didn't make it too quick. Oh, goodness. Okay, there. So that's all we needed. Just a little enhancement. All right. Now the part next is to get the crocodile, and we're going to make that circle. I know I said circle, but I meant the hole for the brad to go into. So each one of these, we're going to put it together just like that. We're not gluing it together or anything. It's going together just like this. You may want to find the center so you can use that as your guide. I'm just eyeballing it, but that's about right. I'm putting me a little dot there, and that's what I'm going to use. Oh, that one jumped. To punch with. Okay. I was in here because I was trying to choose which brads I wanted to use. These are the little diamond ones I used before. And they got kind of a wide bottom on them. Or you could, I do have little stars. Why don't we use the stars? I haven't used them very much at all. So we need 4 of them. There goes my counting ability again. Okay, and they're like a little glitter star. They're really cute. I got them at probably, yeah, Michael's for $3.14. They're just called brads. All right, stick them back in here. And I brought this over because I don't really use it that much. So that's going to be the string. And we're going to use that white one to be our, when it goes around our brads. And ties our goodie shut. Okay, so what we need to do here is put our 2 pieces together, hold them as tightly as possible, and then I'm using my crocodile here, and there's a little punch, a little hole puncher right there. That's the one we're using, and I'm just going right in there to where I see my spot, and that's all we're doing. I'm going to do all 4 of them like that. Try to get them even, but you know, you do as best as you can. And mine doesn't spit out the the wad. I guess that's what you would call it, the paper wad. I don't know what happened. I think I tried to cut something or punch something one time, and I got a little bit of wire in it. So be careful. I know I watched for this thing to go down because they're like $30-something when I bought it. I don't know what they are now. So I wanted to make sure. Okay, now what you want to do is, isn't that cute? Go all the way through it and then pull your brad legs apart. And then I'm going to mash, not mush. I'm not on a dog sled. We're going to mash this down even more and just go with it. And of course I'm weeding as I go there to get that little wad out of there. There's one leg, it's a little bit longer than the other. So it sometimes makes it easy, and then sometimes it still tries to be difficult. All right. Now, at one point, what I started doing was using this one, what do you call it? Bone folder. I was using this one flat side of this bone folder, and I would push down really, really hard, like that. And it mashes those legs real well. So if you got like the end of your tweezers, if you use them, you could use that, or the flat of your scissor, maybe, if that'll go down, that would work as well. And that's one of the tricks that I learned. That was just something I come up with. All right, so what I'm going to do is put my little bees on here first. I'm just going to stick a couple. Yeah, we're just going to kind of cut it out. It has a white background, so I won't have to worry about it being seen, really. I'm trying to cut 2 out for each one. So let me go up through there. Am I out of the screen? I'm sorry. All right. And we're just going to rub a little bit of glue around on here, and that's how we're going to stick them down. Little glue stick. Because that's the easiest thing, I think, to use. And one more. This one. See, some of them are going off the page, and I didn't want that. So, let me push that to the side. This is going up this way. I know I'm down here at the side trying to get all the excess paper off. Okay, there we go. So I've got all the bees. Now, I will get my glue stick, and we're going to stick one in some empty spots. Now, one of our spots here is going to, maybe we might want to glue this down first, so I know where not to go. So one is going to go there, and one is going to go here. So, one bee could be like down in here. So let's make a big gluey spot. We're going to have him flying this way. And if you don't get all the glue, or not all of it down, kind of lift it up. Or we're going to go in, to make it easier for me, is we're going to go in with our needle nose glue there and take care of it. Alright, I kind of know where to go, so I can kind of wing it now. You know, wing it. Oh my goodness. Okay, get that down. I don't think I got enough glue there though. And then we're going to put one right here. Right there. Alright. That was harmless enough, right? And let's see. I need to trim a little bit. And then this one has to have a little bit of glue going up under it. Yeah, you don't always get all of it. I'm afraid to put too much wet glue or glue stick. I don't. Oh, I put my wet gluey finger on there, and I almost pulled him off. All right, I'll leave him alone. Maybe he can heal. And then I need a little bit there, I think. Sometimes you might want to let them dry before you mess with them. I'm just impatient. Okay. So who else was a cheerleader in school? I wasn't very athletic, so I didn't do it. Now I'm only putting glue on this back part, and just to kind of go around the brad legs, and that's how we're going to do it. And that's going to give us the ability to put our string in there still, and I don't have to go through my paper, that kind of thing. Yeah, so who else was... I didn't have enough, I don't know, I just didn't think well enough of myself, or whatever. What do you call that? Self-confidence? I didn't have it. I just didn't have it. So... I kind of just, I had my nose in a harlequin. I know most times I was walking down the hallway, I was reading while we were walking to the next class. I know I got caught in history class reading my harlequin, and she took it. Oh God, I hated that class. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, how much I'm into history and, genealogy and stuff now, and back then, I did not like history. But, you know, we has always learned about war and politics, and I am not into politics or interested in anything war related. Yeah. So that always, you know, kind of turned me off. So I did not like that class very well at all. I got a little bit of a something there. Okay, so that's all the glue we need. My nose looks bad. I better wipe it off. And we have our string to put on here now. And I'm going to use this little white one. And it's elasticized, so it's been under there a while, so I need to use it, right? Need to use it. So I got all of these other colors of it too. So we're going to go to the top one. And that part that you didn't glue together because we made those two pieces, you know, that's where you tie it. So you got that little brown piece on the bottom and then your pretty piece on the top. So we're just going to get in here and tie one. Whoops. I don't know if I got that one or not. We'll consider this one too. Two. And three. You know, the owl with the Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now the other one. Oh, we used to see that all the time. I think it usually showed about the same time that Charlie Brown Christmas or Charlie Brown, the Pumpkin Patch one. I can't remember all of them. There were so many. Alright, I need to move that down a little bit so I got something to tie with. And I'm still messing up. I guess I'm going to go by the shop tomorrow. I can't get my fingers functioning. Sorry, guys. Well, while I'm doing this, I'd like to thank everyone. All my subscribers and my viewers. I finally got to 1900. I knew it would take me a while. My numbers are sad right now. They're not moving too quickly. Is it because I took that Sunday off? I'm really wondering. So I may try to do a short video for Sundays or something easy. Alright, so then you just kind of wind this around. The part on the bottom has that same little gap. And then you can get fancy and put like little beads or something on the end as well. So there we go. So when you open it, you have all this to write in. Even the top and this back section in here as well. Those flowers upside down, I probably do, but it don't matter. And then we got the cute little bees on the front to help pollinate and go around and keep things happening in the meadow. Oh, goodness. Okay, there we go. There. So that turned out. Like I say, the kind of gap at the bottom, but that's okay because you're tucking them in a pocket. And I think if you folded them in on themselves, I do not know if that would work better to keep that shut, though it's not worrying me. Look, I just lied. All right. Anyhow, I want to thank you for coming to visit. I hope you got a few ideas here. And you make up a few of these. This is a good stash buster and a one-page wonder. If you got some ugly two-sided papers, you know, go ahead and use this for that. You can always cover it. All right, everybody have a great, great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.